And we are live, everybody. How y'all doing?
Fantastic.
Let's see, it's been a minute since we played. What, about 3+ weeks or so?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Something like that.
I guess a little refresher. Y'all had been looking for a kidnapped alderman. Had made your way through several of the smaller cities that you could now travel to on foot because the ice shelf has moved and is slowly encasing the northern edge of the subcontinent of Ibibis. And y'all had found, using your new dope-ass magical powered carriage sled, you've found a abandoned hulk of a ship that was, or icebreaker that was stuck out in the ice shelf. It looks like maybe in the last couple days someone had used it as a campsite. You fought a bunch of ice beetles, but also were aware that there was something else kind of stalking around the area that had taken interest in you, and I believe it was, let me see, going back through some of our dice rolls. I think it was Nilvac figured out it is more than likely a ice salamander. You see the tracks, you can see that it's drug itself through the area, but you do not see the creature itself. So what do you choose to do now that you've gathered up the goods from the ship and know that this is in the area? You also have not examined the lower hull.
I think we agreed to go on the back.
Say that again?
I think we agreed we were going to head north. We would just investigate more on the way back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were itching to get the hell out of here.
Okay, so y'all are just going to make your way back to Betty, the magical ski carriage.
I don't know. I can't remember what we said we were gonna do. It's been so long.
Where were we gonna leave? That was a quick look. We had our look at some stuff. Now we're heading out.
Did we want to look at the rest of the ship?
Well, if it's not completely frozen through, we could take a quick peek down there. And I can do that right now.
It's never a quick peek.
Well, assuming that my rabbit's still in good function, I can use him to go and scout it out real quick.
I believe Dr. Hopkins is doing great because he apparently knifed 2 of these bugs, if I remember right, last fight.
I do believe that is correct. He's got a small knife that he's using as a bastard sword.
Like, I believe Dr. Hopkins right now might be the MVP. But yeah, if you want to do that real quick, Dr. Hopkins could hop down into the bottom. If you want to move a token over there, you can. If you just want to look in, you can also do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to send the rabbit in. I'm trying to find the stairwell or entrance on the bottom side of the map.
The stairs represent up and down to the 3 levels of the boat right now.
Okay, I'm looking at the map right now. I'm not seeing set of stairs. So I will just move Dr. Hopkins down into the hold. Is that what we mean? Like,
Yeah, it's the way I was going to run it is the stairs that you can see just north of where y'all are. Also go down into the hole.
Alright, so Nilvac is going to he's going to find someplace comfortable with his back against the wall or something. So let's just put him over here. Yeah, right there. And he's going to sit down, concentrate, and put his senses into the rabbit, and then send Dr. Hopkins down into the hold of the ship.
Okay, you send him down in there, and you can see multiple barrels broken without having to make a roll for this bit because it's pretty simple. Look at this, broken barrels, but there's a lot of sacks piled around down here. Anything beyond that would need a perception check for Dr. Hopkins.
All right, let's see if I can figure out how to do that on this rabbit. It says his passive perception is 13. So I'm going to assume he has a +2, or no, they have a +3, I guess. Okay.
Okay, down.
Dr. House got a 22.
I'm going to assume this is okay to say because it is your familiar. He nimbly darts around the hole and adeptly notices the label on the multiple bags and crates. Some of this you can see are like rations and food that are more than likely just completely wasted. There is a barrel of spiced rum that has not been cracked that's down there. And there's probably a good 20-30 sacks full of assorted hides of creatures that live in the far north. Like, it's too many of them, and they're too tightly wound and packed together for you really to know what creatures these hides came from.
Gotcha. And nothing else is okay. And he's not seeing anything dangerous down there.
No. Nothing seems to be dangerous down here. I mean, you can see on the far end, to the north of the map, that there is water that is seeped in and slowly freezing. So you know that the bow of this ship is at least partially through the ice shelf itself.
I'm going to relay this to the party. Nilvac will stand up, and he's just going to tell everyone, Dr. Hopkins, this is what he saw. I'm going to just do a once-over myself with a detect magic. Anybody want to come with? It's going to take me about 10 minutes.
Why not?
Give me just a second. I got to step away for just a second.
I guess he's not going to keep a lookout.
right. Well, Novak is going to go ahead and move down. There we are.
Sorry about that. I'm back. The little boy's medication is wearing off, and he is going a bit buck wild. So, who all is going down in the hold?
Novak.
I am too.
Okay, you can just move your token over by Novak, Langston. Or are you already down there elsewhere? Okay, there we go. Em told me to go ahead and move Olabella out on the deck. So, you get down there, and what you see is there is a steep slope down here. Pretty much as steep as it was up top. You can see that water has seeped in on the far end. Because, I mean, you've already seen this through Dr. Hopkins' Nilvad, but there's just multiple sacks and stacked and rolled hides and other bags and crates that are just down here. It's a very, even though it's cold, it's a very musty smell that still fills this area. There's also the smell of tanning chemicals. So you can tell this ship is more than likely a leather purveyor or at least a supplier to probably a tannery over in the capital city of Faj.
I'm back. I'm sorry. What did I miss?
They went down in the hole. Everybody's dead.
Who went down in the hole? What hole? What's happening?
They're down in the hole of the ship. Langston and Novak. I'm staying up and keeping watch, and you're apparently just chilling on the deck.
I'll go down there with them.
Okay, so Olabella, if you'll move down there. Izanami, give me a perception check. You're fine. It's fine. There's snow. That handrail is made out of mahogany.
Mahogany.
Like, as you look closer, you see a name etched in it, and it's Sinbad.
That bastard. Really perfectly good mahogany.
Okay, so Olabella, you get down there, and you see your party members are examining the contents of the ship. The first thing you notice is the smell of tanning agents. So, just there's kind of there's an acrid, musty chemical smell near the stairwell.
Ugh, kind of gross.
In fact, I'm pinging it right now. You're pretty sure that behind y'all, these barrels that are leaking are all the tanning accoutrements and chemicals. Which, if anybody knows the process of tanning leather, it's grody.
Well, there's some gross stuff over there.
I'm going to start. Novak will sit down, pull out a spell book, and begin ritually casting his detect magic.
Okay, so while Novak's doing that, Langston, Olabella, what are y'all going to do?
I'm just looking at the hole.
Say that again?
Guess just kind of look around.
Okay, if you're looking around, give me a perception check or an investigation check, depending on what you're trying to look for.
I'm gonna do just a perception, mostly because I have a higher score.
Okay, perception, you notice that these are a lot of animal pelts. You're not sure just because of how they're rolled and stacked. What's below the top, probably row or two. The top couple rows, it looks like a lot of caribou, maybe some Arctic wolf. But there might also be a polar bear's hide rolled up in there. You're not sure. But with that, you do see a sign that says "Do not go after baby seals." Like, it's underlined, and then at the bottom it says "Especially you, Jerry."
Jerry sounds like
Say that again.
Go ahead, Dylan.
Just say do not what with baby seals?
Do not go after baby seals. They collect animal hides and make leather from them, but they do not go after baby seals. But especially, it's listed at the bottom of the poster, "Especially you, Jerry."
Jerry's a dick.
Okay, Izanami, give me another perception check up top.
It's very nice work.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should have stayed up there.
See if the mask on, okay?
So y'all are down below. Let's see, Izanami, what is your AC?
Uh-oh.
That's not right. Hang on.
Would a 18 hit you, Izanami?
I don't know. That's not right on my sheet.
Let's see, let's pull up your sheet real quick. 13. What armor are you wearing?
None, but I should have mage armor on. I'm pretty sure it hits, but
Okay, you cast mage armor. Okay, so it'll list you as it'll list you as a static 13, but then what does mage armor give you armor-wise?
Mage armor gives you a base armor of 13, basically. So you get to add its dexterity modifier to 13, and that tells you what his armor would be.
So what is 13 plus your dex, Izanami?
be 15.
Okay, so as you are looking around, distracted by the fine woodworking of the railings and other parts of the ship, all of a sudden something wraps itself around you and quickly pulls you off the boat before you can let out a scream.
Oh crap! Did we hear anything like a thump or?
Nope. I'm not going to move your token off because I do not want to be bouncing between maps, Izanami. So I will just put down what is now next to you. But you are about 15 feet from the boat. But you have been snatched by a tail. We will resolve that here in a second, okay?
Okay.
Everybody else that is down below.
Did we hear anything? Did we hear that?
You know what? Give me a perception check.
17.
Langston, you think you hear something, but it could really have just been the wind and the snow picking up back up on deck.
Sounds like it's getting bad out there, y'all.
Are you okay up there?
No response.
Hello?
but it does sound like the wind is picking up.
If she doesn't hear a response, Olabella will kind of stick her head back up above deck. So she's close to the stairs.
You look up on deck and there's nobody on the deck of the ship. And there is a heavy snowstorm coming in.
There's a what?
There is a heavy snowstorm blowing in from further to the north.
Is it Nami? Guys? I don't think Izanami's on the deck.
I'm gonna cautiously.
You're gonna what?
Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna cautiously peek around and see if I can see up top.
So you're gonna peek your head up top too. You see nobody on the deck. You can see the outline of the carriage, but it's just an outline because this snowstorm is picking up.
Olabella's gonna jump up onto the deck. Izanami? You here? Where'd you go?
So I'm about 15 feet away from you, right?
You are 15 feet and have been pulled into what looks like a large snowdrift. Izanami, and what you see is this massive six-legged reptilian creature, almost like it's carved out of ice, and it is looking at you inquisitively, doing a head cock to the side, much like a cat does when it's found something to play with.
Oh, hi. I'm going to name you Edgar. So, would I be able to hear Olabella?
Give me a perception check at disadvantage because you are in a snowdrift. No, but
Okay.
you take 4 cold damage as this thing's tail is still wrapped around you, and its body is just exuding a frosty temperature.
So can I get out of the grapple?
Give me a strength check, and after this, we will roll initiative. Yeah, you barely break free from its tail. You are still buried under this snowdrift, so actions will be at disadvantage, and movement will be halved. You're in difficult terrain because you're literally buried in snow with this thing. And I would like everybody now. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Click your token, and then roll initiative.
I gotta get back into my Olabella accent. I kind of lost it.
And then I guess you got to roll for Dr. Hopkins.
Yeah, as soon as I remember how I did that, because the thing doesn't give me an initiative button, but we can make a dex check, I guess.
$14. John, I'm not going to lie, your familiar in this game has been the most useful familiar I've ever dealt with.
You gave it a knife attack.
How could I not give the adorable fire-breathing bunny a butter knife stab attack? Like, you're lucky he doesn't walk around smoking a tiny little cigar.
I mean, he's got a knife attack, and he's not supposed to be able to attack. Per the rules, he's not supposed to. But I mean, it's basically a bayonet attached to a flamethrower. What's more important here?
Fun. Fun is what's important. The fact that you now have a boofle snoof that can flip a knife around is entertaining. Anyway, so let's see. It's going to go Ice Salamander, Izanami, Langston, Nilvac, Olabella, and Dr. Hopkins. Now, because most of this is concealed, some of y'all, it's just when it gets to your turn, we're going to see if you notice what's going on.
Our child's a friggin' ninja.
What'd he do?
He was being very quiet, so I was like, oh, where'd the boy go? And I turn around, he's standing right behind me, grinning, and he goes, ah. Creepy little booger.
This is my child. This is my child. Okay, Izanami, this creature does not seem amused that after you named it, you tried to get away from it. So it is going to make its multi-attack against you within this giant wintry doomscape you're in. You see that it pulls back one of its large, meaty hands, and as it shoots its claws forward, it's not like it tries to slash you. It's like it's literally trying to stab through you with its hand.
That's not nice.
But I believe a 14 is going to miss on the first one.
I believe so.
And I know a 13 misses on the next one, even though for some reason it's saying it's two-handed. So it tries to stab at you twice with its sharpened claws, and it starts sending some of the snow up around it, poofing away. Izanami.
Okay.
So it is now your go. Remember, your actions are at disadvantage while you're in the snow, and it's half your movement to get out.
Okay. I'm gonna just move 50 feet north out of the snow. I'm assuming it's not that big.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna move north using all of my movement, which is 15 feet.
Okay. You do break your way out of the snowdrift.
With that, I can clearly see the ship, right?
You can see the ship, but the weather is starting to come in heavier. So you could probably yell at it, but I mean it's little. You can see it, but it's not with a lot of detail.
Oh, I know it'll get attention.
What are you doing? A fireball. You're fireballing the creature, right?
Yes.
Wow, critical fail with a 3. So that is 28 fire damage to this creature. It is not enjoying that.
It shouldn't have tried to stab me. I just want to be friends.
You broke out of its hug, though.
I was going to show it how to hug gently.
So you moved your way out, and then you fireballed it. There is now a no snowdrift there anymore. Langston, I'm going to assume you do not need to roll a perception check when a fireball goes off at the edge of your ship.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, is the ship on fire now?
No.
I guess I'm gonna go to the side. Where would I be? Right
If you're coming up these stairs, it would be right here. Oh,
Alright.
there. And you can see now as the snow is hit, or the steam is dissipating, the blizzard's coming in. There is a rather large creature about 15 feet away from the boat.
Away from the boat.
Yeah, I have it on there because I didn't want to keep switching between maps.
So
you're going to shoot your firebolt at it? Roll for firebolt. Yeah, that'll hit. You did good. So you just smack it with another firebolt after the fireball chars this thing. It's just like. Anything else you want to do, Langston?
No, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Nelvac, there's a lot of noise going on up above deck as you're trying to cast Detect Magic ritually.
Yeah, I think that's gonna stop me. Dr. Hopkins is right beside me. And whenever we're in a situation like this, it's time to cast Dragon's Breath. So I'm gonna touch the rabbit and cast Dragon's Breath on it.
Just shoving that Carolina Reaper pepper in its mouth.
Yep. Then I'm going to go up on top of the deck so I can help direct the Death Rabbit when it's its turn. Where it's a good place for me to be put. I don't want to be down there with the monster, but I want to be up on the deck so I can see it.
Well, the monster is not. I know that it's on the boat for the
right.
For the screen. It's
I know it's like 15 to 20 feet off to the side or so, but I didn't know how when we were doing this map so that it would show that way. But yeah, I'm gonna go up, and that's my movement. And I think Dragon's Breath is that's an action to use. So bonus action. I don't think I have any cantrips I can use, so I'm gonna pass.
All right. Olabella.
So I see this thing, right?
Yep.
Okie I have Hunter's Mark. Why is it not on? I thought I had Hunter's Mark. Why is it not on my sheet?
My shoot bowbender took off all of my Eldritch Invocations, which is why I didn't see Mage Armor.
I mean, I'm supposed to have Hunter's Mark, I know. Or maybe not. Or do you get Hunter's Mark later?
How many levels of Ranger are you?
Oh my god, I must be thinking of that other Ranger and Mage. It's only one.
Yep. Yeah, Hunter's Mark is usually something you pick up at second or third level.
Okay. Do I see he's a Nami or do I just see this thing?
You can see a figure that looks like a plague doctor down about maybe, I don't know, you ran 15 feet away from it to the north, but was it towards the ship, Izanami?
It would have been, if it's set up how I think it is, it would have been parallel to the ship. So I'm still 50 feet away from the ship.
Okay, yeah, so about 15 feet north of this large, hulking, smoldering, angry creature, now named Edgar. There you see an outline of a humanoid figure looking like a looking like a plague doctor. And just mostly, that's a big thing.
Okay. So it's about 15 feet away.
Yep.
And I think as a bonus action, I will cast Flame Blade. And then I will use my movement to run up on it and attack it.
Okay. So you make a you make a fiery blade in your hand, hop over the edge of the ship, pirate style, and just charge in and go after.
Yes.
Okay. Make you attack.
Spell attack bonus is 7, so 13.
Miss.
Well, that is my movement, my action, and my bonus action. Oh crap! That didn't go so good.
Dr. Hopkins.
Okay. Dr. Hopkins would need to get about 15 feet away in order to do the dragon breath attack. So I guess Dr. Hopkins is gonna hop on forward. Yeah, that works. All right, and then Dragon's Breath.
All right, and it needs to make a deck save on that.
Yes.
I am rolling like garbage tonight. Good news for the party.
It's going to be just 11 fire damage on it. All right, I'm going to use, but I am going to use Dr. Hopkins' action to move him back toward me. He's going to bounce back.
All right, so he bounces back towards the ship.
Yeah, he's going to he's going to try to stay out of the range of. He's going to act like a skirmisher. He's going to rush in, Dragon's Breath, and then rush back out.
Okay. Y'all see that this big thing is not happy. This ice salamander is rather mad, and you can see ice spines growing out of it. The area around it's immediately getting much, much colder. And Olabella, you are the only thing next to it.
Oh, good. I love it.
22, does that hit?
For a second, I thought you said 2. I was going to be like, no. 22, yeah, that hits.
Okay, that is 9 piercing and 6 cold, not fire damage. Roll
6 cold, it says fire.
Sorry, 5 cold. What is up with you, Roll20? You have changed some things. Oh, Olabella.
We could never get sponsored by Roll20 because we do shit like it.
Yeah, we do. We will never get that sweet Roll20 sponsorship. It is then going to make a tail attack against you, Olabella. 20.
Yeah, that hits too.
That's 12 bludgeoning and 9 cold damage.
Ow!
And you are now grappled.
Wait, does my powerful build affect that at all?
Powerful build allows you to haul heavier stuff.
It determines how much I can carry when I push drag or lift. Dang it.
This hugs hurt.
it is going, at the end of its turn, it's going to automatically use its one legendary action for the round to Fury, and it is going to get another round of attacks.
What?
It is going to charge up here and jump on the deck. So now this creature is by y'all. It has Olabella wrapped. Let's see. It is going to attack Langston. I'm assuming a 16 misses.
Yep, 19.
And yeah, that next one, it wasted its attack. Olabella, though, you are wrapped up in a tail. Izanami, you are over here somewhere.
I can still see you, right?
Is becoming more obscured. Now at this round of combat, y'all's vision is starting to actually be affected by the weather. Ranged attacks right now will be at disadvantage.
Alright. So, I'm going to move the 15 feet to the ship, so I have to climb on.
Yes, that'll take about 10 feet of the rest of your movement.
Okay, easy enough. Climbed on, so I have 5 feet. So even at this point, I'm still at disadvantage?
If you're making a ranged attack, yes.
I can move diagonally, right?
Yeah, you can move 5 feet diagonally, yes.
Okay, perfect. So that puts me in melee. Edgar, put her down. Oh, wait, I gotta roll for it, don't I?
Yep. You rolled Eldritch Blast. You roll Eldritch Blast for persuasion. Is that what you're doing, Izanami?
No, I'm newspaper treatment. Move it this dude with my Eldritch Blast. Then we gotta find the D20. Never mind.
So that was your persuasion roll?
I've confused myself. Don't I have to roll a D20 for Eldritch Blast?
When you click Eldritch Blast, you got 26, but since it's a ranged attack and you are doing it in melee, you are at disadvantage. So a 13 will miss. But you still have a second shot.
Yeah, so I just click it again?
Yep. $13 still gonna miss. So that's 2 misses because you're just too close to it, Izanami.
Fair enough.
Langston.
I'm going to stab it in the butthole to try to make it drop belly.
Okay, so I guess we're stabbing butts. A 15 matches. Okay, a 26 is definitely going to hit.
So 18 total.
Cool. You take 12 cold damage while striking it.
Did it toot on me?
Huh? What'd you say?
It was just being unfunny. I asked if it farted on me.
No, It's almost like when your weapons hit it, the cold that is within this creature also hits you. Nilvac.
Is this thing right beside me?
Yes, sir.
Then I'm going to shocking grasp it.
Okay, roll that shocking grasp. An 18 will hit.
All right, 2 lightning damage.
Hold on, I rolled the wrong thing. That is 8 cold damage. As you touch it, you shock it, but the ice from its body seems to almost run through your veins.
Okay.
Anything else?
Oh yes, I'm going to use my 25-foot movement speed and run the fuck away from this thing.
Okay, so you're running from it. It will get an attack of opportunity.
Yep. You know what? Roll. I shocking grasped it.
That is correct.
So Nilvac goes, ha ha! Oh, wah! Runs away.
All right. Olabella, at the start of your turn,
Oh no.
that is 7 cold damage as its tail is wrapped around you. To break free, you need to give me a strength check.
Can I cast Speak with Animals first?
If you wish.
Will I be able to do a strength check after that?
Actually, no, that would take your action.
So I also couldn't strength check to get out and then speak with animals?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals. Hey everybody, we didn't mean any harm. We thought you were hurt, my friend. Can you let go a little bit?
No. Stay. Hug. Friends.
Okay, but this is a bit of a hurt and hug. We could be friends if you let me breathe.
Hug.
How about I hug you? I get pretty good hugs. I'm pretty big.
Hug still going.
How long does hug last?
Hug time.
Okay, this thing isn't really good at negotiating.
Okay, Dr. Hopkins.
Dr. Hopkins, I am going to move. I don't want to lose him, but I gotta do something. I'm gonna move him into melee and use the aid another action. And I will try to. I'm gonna give someone. I'm not sure who. Advantage.
Langston would be right next to Dr. Hopkins.
Then Langston, you have advantage on whatever it is you're gonna do to this thing, like tackle and such. Ooh.
Dr. Hopkins just pulls out his knife, flips it around within his little fluffy snoot, and just points it straight at the salamander as Langston has his weapons drawn. We're back to the top of the round, and the blizzard has now set in. Movement is reduced by half. Ranged attacks are at disadvantage. Okay, so with the start of this round, it is going to slam its tail with Olabella at Langston.
Oh no.
That is a 24, Langston.
Ouch.
That is 11 bludgeoning, 6 fire, and I need to roll for Olabella. Plus another 2 bludgeoning. Olabella, you take additional 2 bludgeoning.
Wait, I take all of that?
No, you take the 2 bludgeoning.
Okay.
The 2 is from you and Langston hitting each other.
Okay. I went from 60 down to 16 real quick.
It is then going to make a slash at you, Langston. And a 14 misses. So that is the Ice Salamander's turn, but it will Fury at the end of it for another round of attacks, slamming another tail attack at Langston. That is a critical miss. Olabella, give me a strength check at advantage right now.
Wow. Wow.
Nope.
A 2 and a 7.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope, you're still in there. It's going to do another tail attack against Langston.
One of them.
16's not going to hit.
I am them.
You literally have a furbog being used as a flail at you, and you're just like, nope, nope, and all I can hear is Olabella, no.
It's more of a no.
Probably more like that. Ow!
Izanami.
Come on! Jeez.
It's your go, Izanami.
Okay, so can I do a persuasion and attack? Or is it one or the other?
You can do it if you speak out your thing for a free action. I'll let you know if it depends on how long what you say lasts.
I'm just gonna tell him, Edgar, put her down. Bad Edgar.
Okay, give me a persuasion check at disadvantage. Bad Edgar did not listen to you with your nat 1. Now, what do you wish to do for your action, Izanami?
I'm gonna move away.
Okay, so you're moving away.
Yeah, just 5 feet. Either way, I'm gonna be running at disadvantage.
Okay, so that's a 16 to hit you.
Okay, roll damage.
13 piercing and 6 cold. As it just stabs at you with a claw.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast with an 11 is going to miss. With a 19 will hit. Nice. That seems to have found purchase. As this heavy snow comes in, all you're really seeing is what color is Izanami's Eldritch Blast?
Black.
So this streak of black and almost like it's highlighted with a dark purple on the edges. The creature's glowing blue eyes. And occasionally like a flash of like almost like frost blue lightning rippling through its body. This is getting to be pretty hairy right now. Anything else, Izanami?
I think that's all I can
Langston.
So what I would like to do is just charge in and like attack its tail and try to make it let Obella free.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so you're doing your 2 attacks on its tail?
Correct.
All right. The rapier will barely hit. Vinny definitely hits with a 19.
23 damage total.
Okay, so I need to do a roll for you. That is 14 cold damage for the strikes you did on it.
All right.
Nilvac.
That help loosen Bella? Because that was the intent.
It's not really losing any grip on her as you're stabbing into its tail. I mean, the tail on this thing is about the width of a tree trunk. Like probably a good, 2 foot, maybe close to 3 foot wide. Novak, your go.
Well, so it's got somebody in the tail. So I'm going to try and drop a fireball on the opposite side of it, so I can try and catch it in the blast, but not hit the prisoner.
All right, so deck save. That's an 18.
Okay.
Ooh, it's looking bad. But it's still not let go of Olabella, and this thing is still fighting.
Okay. Movement action. I'm going to move over to the mast. Right here. Just trying to actually, I'll just move like 10 feet so I can get behind the mast there.
All right. Olabella, at the start of your turn, that is 8 cold damage.
Ow!
What you doing?
Why isn't Cure Wounds a bonus action?
Because it's not as helpful as Healing Word.
I don't have Healing Word. I'm gonna make a strength check to try and get out, I guess.
All right.
It's a check?
Yep.
Or save?
It's a check.
Oh, this is gonna end well.
Nope.
9.
You're unable to break free. Dr. Hopkins.
Dr. Hopkins will move over to Olabella and use Aid Another so she can, on her next check, so she can get advantage on it.
Okay. Start of the next turn is back to our Salamander, and the blizzard is full on. So everybody, including the Salamander, now has disadvantage on attacks. An 11 misses Langston. A 14 misses Langston. It will Fury. A 9 misses Langston. Does a 19 hit Langston? That is 11 piercing, 1 cold.
And just an FYI,
Izanami, you can barely make this creature out within the heavy falling snow. What you doing?
I'm weighing a fireball at the same location that Bill Baxter is.
Okay, so a deck save. That's a fail. That's a 5. How do you want to do this?
Can I just explode his head?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. It's just the head erupts into a splatter of gore and fire. Both Olabella and Langston are now covered in charred salamander chunks.
Followed by me yelling out, "Bad Edgar! Bad! Put her down!"
The chunks don't damage it.
Oh, just, 100 damage each chunk.
I was just making sure I didn't I was just wondering.
No. As it dies, you're just hit with chunks of charred meat. Everything smells slightly like sausage and bacon.
Ow.
Y'all are all now on the deck of this boat. The blizzard has hit full on. You cannot see Betty off to the edge of the ship, and it is just getting colder.
We know where Betty is, though, don't we?
You know that Betty is off on this map to the west of the boat, about 30, 40 feet away.
That's cool. I'm gonna go search. Head that way.
Okay, so you're gonna walk out in the blizzard to find Betty.
I don't got there.
Say that again?
Or we can wait below deck, y'all. It's up to you. Y'all can
Wait.
And Langston and Rogue and all the whole this. If you find Betty, we'll fight.
We'll do. So I'm gonna do that.
And naturally, I'm gonna hold the other end of the rope.
Okay, so Izanami's holding the rope. Langston, you've tied a rope to yourself.
Correct.
All right.
Cast
Wait,
pressure.
Does this counts as difficult terrain because of the blizzard, or?
He can actually move through the terrain, which you should have reminded me of that during the fight, because then none of y'all would have had half your movement due to the weather. Forgetting abilities, DM, bad, and whatever. In any case, he will not have a decreased movement necessarily because of this, because of the terrain, but finding Betty in a blizzard that's almost blinding at this point is going to be kind of difficult.
Okay, because it also says you can't become lost except by magical means when they're in my group.
That does not mean you find Betty instantly.
Okay.
So Langston, you're going to move out there trying to find Betty.
That's right.
Roll me. What were you doing, Novak?
Oh, I'm going to give him, here, hold this. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, hold this. I hand him Dr. Hopkins.
I'll cradle Dr. Hopkins.
Okay, so Dr. Hopkins, I can cast touch spells through Dr. Hopkins, and, well, actually, I don't know if Prestidigitation is a touch spell. Hold on. No, it's actually a range spell. Dang it. I was going to use it to keep you warm. Oh, well.
Whatever Mike caught you made it sound like some type of DJ thing there for a second, John.
Oh, it won't work what I was trying to do. I was going to use Prestidigitation to keep him warm, but I thought, oh, wait, I can cast touch spells through Dr. Hopkins, but Prestidigitation is not a touch spell.
Okay. So, give me a survival check, Langston, to see if you can get out there. Okay, you're making it out there. You've made it probably about what you're assuming is halfway, but you still don't see Betty in this blizzard.
I keep going.
Okay, give me a second. I need to roll something. You take 1 cold damage as you're moving through.
Okay.
Give me another survival check. Okay, you'll still take another 1 cold damage, but you manage to make your way to Betty. Like you almost face plant into the side of her, and you're almost waist deep in snow at this point.
I'll pull it twice, the rope.
I think we found Betty. If you guys just want to hang on to the rope and follow it, I'll follow up behind you. I'll just give the rope a quick tug.
Is everybody else just going to follow the rope, and then Izanami just pull it in until they get to Betty?
Yep.
I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds real quick first, just in case.
Okay, so y'all make your way down the rope and get into Betty, which is very comfortable, about maybe 78 to 80 something degrees.
Oh. Yeah, you ever been outside really when it's really cold, and then you go into like an okay room? Oh, it feels like you're burning up.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you walk into then. You're caked in snow, which quickly means your clothes are dampened. But once you're in there, you can comfortably rest. You're just probably going to have to dig yourself out whenever this storm is done.
That's fine. I say we try to get some rest.
If we had Betty have tiny hut, would that make it easier to not have the snow around us?
Maybe.
I think go for it now before we're buried.
Yeah, we'll have Betty cast tiny hut around itself.
Okay. So y'all have Betty cast tiny hut, and you get a full night's rest. You can recover your spell slots and your HP. Who is the first to wake up?
We can roll for it if you want.
Yeah, you know what? All of y'all give me just a straight D20 roll.
Izanami's like, I ain't gonna wake up ever.
Izanami with a 1, Olabella with a 13, Langston with a 14, Nilvac with a 10. Langston, you wake up first. I would say, would you be tempted to open the door to Betty to see what's going on outside?
I might crack the door to see how it is outside.
Okay, you look, there is a dome around you with a tiny, tiny little bit of light directly above you. But this blizzard has buried Betty. You're pretty glad that y'all cast Tiny Hut at this point.
Awesome. I'll look everybody else up and let them know.
Okay, by the time y'all...
What's going on?
Sorry, say that again?
I said, what's going on?
Langston, if you would explain.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the dome works. We are completely buried in snow. Except for... Basically, I just open the door and say, hey, look at this.
Oh, boy.
Olabella, as you're looking out, the bubble pops, and the snow falls down. You get a head and face full of snow as it descends around you.
know that fact.
About how far are we from the place we're headed?
Maybe half a day to a day. This thing moves way faster than you expected, Izanami.
So it'd still take more than 8 hours, though.
Yes. Also, you know, the boat, which is probably not buried fully, still has a dead salamander body on it that magically, to the 2 magic users in the party, or arcane magic users, that's worth some money if you can haul it. Plus, there was probably, just assuming from your cursory glance, probably a couple hundred gold worth of pelts within the vessel as well.
I had like some sort of leather on me too.
Yeah, you did find the sea drake leather, which you knew was worth a lot because divers like to use it because it prevents damage from the cold and it's completely waterproof.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, this would be all.
I mean, how are we gonna hold that big old thing with us?
As you say that, a new button appears on the column next to the scrying orb on Betty's driver post. If you investigate it, it says winch.
Oh, well. I guess that answers that question. Thanks, Betty. Do we want to try and go get the big old thing, or?
It could be worth a good amount if we can sell it wherever we're going.
Maybe we could trade it for the ornament. We can haul it.
I guess we can go up and see if we can get it off the boat.
I would say using Betty's new winch button, it would probably take you the rest of this day to dig Betty out to move and get this, but the night sky that's up here seems pretty clear. Like this blizzard has passed, and so now you have a little bit more freedom, and there's a frozen carcass that can be dragged behind you across the snow.
Can I be burning hands trying to clear away some snow?
Yeah, that would speed it up a little bit, but it'd still mostly take you the whole time.
Okay, so it wouldn't be enough to make a little difference.
No, but I mean you're helping.
Yeah, but is it worth the spell slot now?
I mean, you're going to get another rest, is what I'm saying, is by the end of this, it would take the rest of this day to extricate yourselves.
Oh, there's a 3rd level burning hands, clearing out some snow. I'm a flamethrower.
You know, I'll just watch Izanami go, and then the Fire Nation attack. And just this wall of fire erupts from her hands, clearing out an ice ramp for Betty to go up as y'all are digging her out. So are y'all just going to take the carcass, or y'all going to actually load up the pelts as well?
Yes.
I'm going to do a couple things. Nilbak's going to go into the ship, and he's going to ritual cast Detect Magic. And while he's doing that, he's also going to cast Dragon's Breath. Like, he saw Izanami, like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of impressive, but let me show you what's actually impressive. And then I cast Dragon's Breath on the rabbit again, and then he's going to Dragon Breath for a solid minute.
Y'all see Dr. Hopkins just literally carve a freeway through the snow and ice. And when it's all done, he just lets out this little tooth of smoke from his nose and wiggles it like the little bunny way with the whiskers. So y'all have a clear path out. Nothing magical in the hold, Nilvac.
Ah, dang. Okay. All right. I'll pick up. You said there was some furs and stuff. Nothing in there would really draw Nilvac's attention, honestly.
Okay, y'all load it up. So if somebody wants to list it, you have 500 gold in pelts. And you have 1 damaged salamander corpse. That once you get the winch and pull it out is probably the curled up dead body of this thing is about the same size but much heavier in weight as Betty.
We have snow tires.
You have a magically you have like basically a magic V12 engine inside your magical moving carriage sled. You'll be able to drag it, but it will slow you down. So let's take a. I got to run to the bathroom. I just saw that Langston said he's got to go to the bathroom. We'll be back, and I'm pretty sure y'all will make it to Floken, the barbarian city, as long as I don't roll anything ridiculous on the encounter chart.
My.
All right, I'm back. Is Langston back?
I sure am.
Okay, so you now have this creature's carcass pretty much chained to the back of your dope ass wagon.
Do we make sure Novak and Izanami are back?
Wait, hold on. Novak, Izanami, are y'all here? Okay, so Izanami's here. I think Novak is who we're missing.
Actually, I need to go use the bathroom because you were using it and the boy was using it.
The joys of a one-bathroom home. So while we're waiting, Langston, your minis look really, really good that you've been painting.
I'm just taking my time. I'm doing one day. I got like 30 or 40 to go.
Yeesh. No, thank you.
Well, that's my fault for picking a army that just bum rushes.
Yeah, I know you and Zeta still want me to get into Age of Sigmar, but I guess I just gotta see where things go right now.
Yeah, I would wait. It depended on how things turn out and whenever your birthday comes up, November, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, we're probably just gonna get you a little starter set and let you play around with it. If you want to keep going, you can, but it'll at least be enough for you to play with us.
To be fair, that's like saying we're gonna buy you crack for your birthday.
I can get you crack if you want.
No, and we're also live streaming still, so we don't need to.
Mostly.
It's definitely a joke. In any case, I gotta figure out what to get Chris for his birthday.
I'm gonna make him tell me what he wants.
Alright. I just got a call from Kelsey. She needs me to go pick her up. I'm going to pass control of my character over to Hewitt. Novak just does what he can to help out, unless it's Izanami, and then he's trying to outdo Izanami.
Cool. Actually, if you want, it's 9:30. We can go ahead and call it, and then we can pick up with y'all making your way into Floken, the city of barbarians, next time we play, if we can do it next week. That way we can finish out the campaign.
That works for me.
All right. I think we'll do that then. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. We got one more game, unless the party does something ridiculous, of this campaign of Long Nights. And thank you all for tuning in. And since our buddy Kyle is not here to say it, don't let your meatloaf. Night, everybody.